All right, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. As everyone knows by now, they probably heard that Devin Haney's dad, trainer, manager, Bill Haney will not be allowed to travel to Australia to be in the corner with his son. They got a replacement trainer, Yoel Judah. Um, Looks like, the hits just keep coming here for Devin Haney. He already pretty much had the deck stacked against him. He's got to go to Kambosos' backyard. And even if he wins, they have a rematch clause where he has to go right back there again and fight Kambosos in his backyard, win, lose, or draw again, right? So Devin Haney was a heavy favorite when this fight, pretty heavy favorite when this fight was first announced. He was like close to 3-1, and the odds have narrowed a bit. Now he's like a -220. George Kambosos is a +190. So the odds are starting to narrow down a bit. And let's talk about this whole Bill Haney situation. So I guess Bill Haney had a drug charge. They went back 30 years to find this drug charge on Bill Haney. So it's kind of crazy that they're going to pull this up and they're going to hold it against Bill Haney and not allow him to go into the country to train his son. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is the first time Bill Haney will not be in his son's corner for a fight, right? So this is very, very, very interesting. Something to think about if you do want to bet this fight. How will Devin Haney react to not having his dad nearby? It seems like they're inseparable. Every time you see Devin Haney, you don't it's hard to not find his dad too far behind, right? You never see Devin Haney out and about, whether it's at a fight, whether he's just out there hanging out, whatever. His dad's pretty much always around him, right? Always around him, right? Dad's very involved in the career, so I'm sure, even though Devin Haney has a lot of other people in the corner, and Bill Haney's really even not the main trainer half the time. He usually has someone in there helping as well. But just having that fatherly voice there, the support, having your father there, it means a lot. And Devin Haney's, I think, only 22 years old, so I don't know. This is probably going to have some type of impact on him. How or whether or not this is going to play into the fight, affect his performance, that remains to be seen. But psychologically, it has to bother him. I mean, it would bother me, bother most people that all of a sudden, yeah, I can't bring my dad to Australia and to train me like he always has, right? So let's talk about this switch. Yoel Judah is a very good trainer. Obviously, everyone knows Zab Judah, former junior welterweight champion, former 147-pound undisputed champion. So he's done some great work with his son. Son had a great career, great amateur career. But again, this is going to be the biggest fight of Devin Haney's career. And is this the type of fight that you want to go into with a brand new trainer, someone that you're not familiar with, someone that you haven't worked with before? I'm not 100% sure that they've never worked together before, but they've never worked together in a fight, and not just a fight, but a fight of this magnitude, right? So this is a big deal. This is definitely a big deal, right? It's kind of stupid that the Australian government's going to go back 30 years. And according to Barbarian, I guess it was like a minor drug charge that they're looking at here. And because of this, he can't they're not allowing him to get a work visa. They're not allowing him to get a passport to come into this country of Australia. So it's fucking crazy, man. Right? So he's not going to be able to come. Fucking sucks. But we'll see. I'm still rolling with Haney here, though, man. I'm gonna go with the skills. I think the skills pay the bills. Definitely think the skills pay the bills. Nothing against George Kambosos, but you know, I uh, I don't think Devin Haney is gonna have like a mental letdown like Teofimo Lopez. I'm sure like he's gonna be thinking about his dad, and it may have some sort of effect. But I don't think he's just gonna. He's not the type of guy that would just unravel like Teofimo Lopez did. Teofimo Lopez, throughout the whole build up to that fight with Kambosos, he was just out of control. Devin Haney does look focused. He doesn't look, he's not acting crazy, right? He's not getting overly emotional. Everything's pretty much even keel with Devin Haney. So, yeah, I think he'll win, lose or draw. I think he'll put on a good performance, and I don't think there'll be any excuses after this fight, man. Do not think there'll be any excuses after this fight. I really don't. But yeah, George Kambosos, on the other hand, he's seems to be a little full of himself. He's really embracing the A side role, right? Sitting there saying, "Oh, you know, the only reason why this fight has happened is because I allowed it to happen," and it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I call himself the emperor. He reminds me of how Teofimo Lopez was acting after he beat Lomachenko, and maybe I don't know. When these guys get a big victory, they let it get to their head. They let it get to their head, and they just act differently, right? Leading up to the Teofimo Lopez fight, George Kambosos was so humble. And all of a sudden, he calls himself the emperor. I'm the A side here. You're lucky I allowed you to fight me. If I'm the reason why this fight is happening. Devin Haney wanted the fight, man. It's not like Devin Haney didn't want this fight. Devin Haney was willing to take the Lomachenko fight, willing to take this fight. He made all these sacrifices in the world. So if it's not clear by now that Devin Haney wants this fight, then I don't know what else he could do to prove that he wants this fight and that he's up for this fight and that he's ready for this fight. It's going to your backyard, signed a rematch clause, and even if he beats you, he's got to go back there and fight you again in Australia. So, yeah, I agree, Scalebender. I think Kambosos was just really acting like he's acting like a caricature of a superhero or something. He was just acting really weird, saying a lot of crazy things. He sounds like a friggin' like a comic book character, the way he's been talking. Called Devin Haney little kid. Very dismissive of Devin Haney. He better watch out, man. He better watch out. If he thinks this is an easy fight, then I think he's in for a surprise. I think Devin Haney's got the advantage of just about everything. I mean, both guys are not big punches, but Devin Haney's definitely quick. It's definitely quick. He's definitely a quick, explosive guy. Very good boxer. So I'm looking forward to the fight, man. It's next, I believe it's how many weeks away is that fight? It's June 5th, if I'm not mistaken. How far off is that? Oh, we got 2 weeks to go. Or June 4th, excuse me. Yeah, it's June 4th. So you got 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go. Oh, I'm freaking tired today, guys. Little burnt out today. I stayed up a little too late last night. So who you guys got, man? Let's put a poll in the chat. Who's going to win? Devin Haney or George Kambosos? Let's see who we got here. Who wins? Haney. Kambosos. Got the big David Benavidez fight this weekend versus David Lemieux. It's going to be. Is there going to be an upset special? What do you guys think? JC. Devin has been avoided by everyone, says Slight Tendencies. Yeah, he's been avoided. He's definitely been avoided. It's definitely been avoided. See what the poll's looking like. Damn, they got 50-50 right now. Got some people picking Kambosos. Hey, if you like Kambosos, take the odds. Definitely take the odds. He's a plus 190. Plus 190. It's pretty good odds, though, I'll tell you. Definitely pretty good odds. Don't sleep on Kambosos. What if there's any prop bets out there right now? Let's see if there's any prop bets. Haney. Kambosos. Prop bets. Let's take a look here. See if we can find some props here. We can get creative with the betting line. Oh wow! Here's another line that the odds went now. Haney's a minus 185 and Kambosos is a plus 150. So these odds are dropping, guys. It's interesting, man. These odds are dropping. Must be some money going down on Kambosos. Or maybe they're dropping it because they're trying to even out the line a little bit. I don't know, man. But let me see. The draw is I think it's a plus 2,000 draw. Let's see what we got here for. Trying to find some prop bets here. See if it's worth it. See if we can get. Yeah, it's Haney's a minus 185 and Kambosos is a plus 155. I think when the fight first opened up, I think Haney was like a minus 260. Yeah, so I can't find any prop bets right now, but I'll keep my eyes open for the prop bets. Yeah, I'm trying to find all that stuff. JC, over, under, prop bets. I can't find anything. Kambosos first, Haney at the odds shark. Let's see what we got. Wow, this line here is minus 180. Plus 150. So this line's dropping. No over under, nothing. Can't find any over under. Oh God. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, now the poll's it's like 60-40 right here. 60-40 in the odds right now. $60-40. 60% for Haney, 40% for Kambosos. No upset special. Hey, you guys think that David Benavidez is gonna make weight? Or you think he's gonna miss weight? He looks fucking huge, man. He's a fucking big dude, bro. When's the weigh-in? Let's see if we can win the weigh-in is Benavidez. Benavidez. Lemieux weigh-in. When's the weigh-in? The interim light heavyweight title. Look at David Benavidez, man. He's a minus 2,000. David Lemieux a plus 1,000. How the fuck could this fight be for the interim WBC light super middleweight title. I almost said light heavyweight. How the fuck could someone who's a plus 1,000 be the friggin' be in a position where he can fight for the interim title? This is where boxing fucks up, man. This is where boxing gets it wrong. Fucking shake my head over shit like that. Mr. Vegas is saying he'll make it. He said he's been on for 2 days. I hope you're right. Took the over in the Lemieux Benavidez fight. Really? That's crazy. It's got to be a knockout in that fight. No, 2 big punches. All right. Oh, Live the Mighty says 168 is just that thin of a division. Think so? Think it's a thin division? Oh, you got Canelo down there. Got Caleb Plant. Dave Morrell's good. I think David Morrell's the sleeper of that division, if you want to be honest. Not many people to fight. Yeah, well, you got Canelo, who's got all 4 belts, right? So let's see what happens. Canelo got all 4 belts. A lot of freaking mandatories the dude's got to have to fight. You know? Yeah, Lemieux's definitely he's not what he once was. He's been knocked out a few times too. I think he's undersized for this division as well. He's a little small. More of a mid-range guy. Can go to the body a little bit though too. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one for David Lemieux, man. He just came off of an ass whipping, so he's chilling right now. Who's coming off an ass whipping? Lemieux? Who did David Lemieux fight his last fight? Let's take a look. 5'9". He's another small guy like Canelo Alvarez. Another short guy, small guy, 70-inch reach. Yeah, I think David Lemieux is going to have his work cut out for him. Oh yeah, he's coming off of a second round knockout. 2 fights ago, he had a split decision over Maxim Bursak. Lemieux down in rounds 1 and 5, and Bursak down in round 6. Got knocked down twice, and was able to pull out the fight. Let's see how the fans scored that one. Average fan scorecard. Let's see what they had it. Only 4 people scored it. Yeah, they had Bursak winning the fight. Yeah, I think Lemieux's going to be up against it tomorrow. It's going to be a tough one for him. He hasn't fought a decent name or a big name since the Billy Joe Saunders fight in 2017. And after that, fought twice in 2018. One of those was against Gary O'Sullivan, right? He's only been fighting at super middleweight for 3 years. He's only had 3 fights at super middleweight. This is going to be his 4th fight at super middleweight. Same situation Billy Joe Saunders was in, really. Is he really a super middleweight, or is he just just doesn't want to make middleweight anymore? That's the thing. Does Lemieux have the power at 68? Well, let's take a look. Let's see what it is. So 2 of the fights, 2 out of the 3 fights ended in a knockout. But again, against nondescript opposition. So David Benavidez is a strong, durable guy. So we'll see what happens. He's a strong, durable guy. So we'll see what happens. What else we got? Oh, yeah, we got that Joshua Buatsi, Craig Richards fight coming up, guys. What do you think of that? That's a good one right there. I'm favoring Boazzi because I think both guys both guys I think are good fighters. I think definitely Richards has some good skills, but he comes up short every time he steps up. Came up short against Bugliotti, come up short against Bivol. Obviously, Bivol is a lot better than many people thought he was after seeing what he did to Canelo. But I don't know. Like it looks like Boazzi's gonna fight like he's got something to prove, man. He doesn't like being questioned. I didn't like when Craig Richards said, "Well, this will be his first test. He really hasn't been tested yet." That's kind of getting under his skin. So maybe he's going to use that for motivation, and he's going to try to make a statement. But I think the big thing is Boazzi's very athletic. He's very quick, very explosive. He's getting better with Virgil Hunter. He's a big puncher. Like I said, he can knock guys out with one shot if he hits them clean. And Craig Richards is a guy who likes to box and move. He's not as good as Bivol, but he does have some similarities in the way that he fights. He likes to fight on the outside like Bivol does. He likes to keep his opponent at a distance. He likes to punch and move. He doesn't like to stand still for very long. He doesn't like to slug it out in the pocket, right? He likes to just kind of probe you with the jab and try to sneak in a couple power shots. But again, he's not putting a lot of mustard on him. He's just looking to make contact similar to Bivol, right? So at the end of the day, that's basically, oh shit. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so at the end of the day, I mean, you got two skilled guys. You got one guy who's on the way up. Richards, I'm not going to say Richards is on the way down, but once again, every time the opposition gets better, Richards hasn't been shown the ability to kind of rise to the occasion. So it is what it is. Hey, what's going on, Merv? How you doing, brother? Yeah. So that's the thing, man. But I'm going to go with Boazzi. I think Boazzi's going to stop him maybe in 8 rounds. Yeah, I'm saying Boazzi's going to win by 8th round knockout. He's going to win by 8th round knockout. I think Boazzi's just a little bit quicker, a little bit more explosive. Like I said, he's getting better on defense, right? He's really good at catching and shooting. He's a decent counterpuncher now too. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting fight. Looking forward to it. Definitely. But I want to go. Oh, so Boazzi, the KO prop is at -150. Yeah, I'll take that. Something I would consider taking, bro. See, we got this Devin Haney poll. Where we at right now? Take a look. Yeah, well, 65% for Haney, 35% for Kambosos. Yeah. I'm hoping I can get a decision prop, but I don't think. I don't. You know what I think? It's going to be tough to bet that fight because the over/under. If you take the over, you're not going to get great odds with the over. If you pick Devin Haney by decision, maybe I think Devin Haney by decision is going to be a good bet. You may be able to get that at probably a -150, maybe a -145. Mr. Vegas, that's what this video is about. You didn't read the title? Bill Haney is not going to be allowed in the country. Yeah, everyone. That's what we talked about. And then we kind of just switched gears. Yeah, everybody. Yeah. What do you think, brother? Is it gonna have an impact with Bill not being there? To my knowledge, it's the first time that Bill won't be in the corner. I'd like to talk to Bill, see where his head's at right now. I'd love to talk to him, see where his head's at. Be honest. Haney up by popular vote. I believe if you look at both last competitors, it would be Kambosos up in poll, honestly. Yeah, but Devin Haney, I wouldn't sleep on Devin Haney. There are some people picking Kambosos. The odds are narrowing, but you know, it's hard to ignore the talent of Devin Haney. He definitely passes the eye test, in my opinion. Yeah, Bill Haney is not. Bill Haney is not going over. They're trying to work. They're trying. As of right now, he's not going over. They got the old Judah. They got Zab Judah's dad. He went down there. He flew down there. Yep, he's down there right now. Yep, Devin Haney is Devin Haney. Bill Haney is not down there with Devin Haney, man. Nope. No, he's not. I think you have to make the decision prop on the Haney fight. If the odds are minus 300 or less, it's a short bet. The casinos will probably make sure the prop is unbettable, though. Well, if Devin Haney is only a minus 180 right now, what do you think the decision prop is going to be? Let's be honest. What's the decision prop going to be? Right? It's not going to be. It's not going to be. It's not going to be higher than picking Devin Haney outright, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm the fight just became a lot more interesting now that Bill Haney's not going to be there. To be honest, I don't think he'll be the underdog, but it could be close to a pick'em fight. It could be close to a pick'em fight, possibly. If I'm being honest. I think when Haney was almost like a 3-1 when the fight opened, he was like a minus 260, like a minus 280. I was seeing him as high as like a minus 280, and now he's like a minus 180. So we'll see what happens, or maybe a lot of. I mean, it's hard to envision that a lot of money went on Haney. That's what brought the line down. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's doesn't look like there's a lot of two-way action going right now. So we'll see what happens. See what happens. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up, man. But it's a pretty decent week of boxing. We got David Benavidez tomorrow. We got Craig Richards in the afternoon. So it should be a good weekend of boxing. I'm looking forward to it. I will talk to you all soon. Peace out, everybody. Have a great one.